What episode number is it? Episode
I
13.
don't know.
Okay. 13.
Is it
Okay.
13th?
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Koala Club podcast, a podcast made by and for international students in Australia. I am Kevin.
And I am Trang, and we talk about everything education, work, and lifestyle for overseas students in Australia. Hi guys, welcome back to the Koala Club podcast. Today is episode number 13. Hi Kevin, welcome back.
Hey Chang, good to be back. Another week, another topic. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. So what's the background of our topic today?
So like we feel like us and international students, money is always feel very tight, and we experienced that firsthand when we were international students, young and broke. So we kind of want to make a lighthearted, casual, like more than a casual conversation, casual chat episode about how you can save money as an international students. And to do this, we have invited a specialist, which is Chang, a finance manager, to the conversation. So yeah, I'm sure Chang has a lot of financial savvy tips for you, all your offers.
Thanks, Kevin. Although I think these tips you don't need to be a finance expert to know, but it's based on our experience. So specifically 10 ways we've come up with 10 ways to how to save money as an international student. As Kevin mentioned, like every dollar counts when you're an international student. And obviously the income side, obviously you can go and work extra hours to make more money. But today we're specifically talking about how to save the money, like with what you have, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and in 2022, we sort of wanted to also make kind of these shorter episodes for you guys, just more bite-sized episodes where you can have a quick listen of an episode rather than our usual longer ones. But obviously, we'll have both types going in 2022. But we thought these types of bite-sized episodes will be a good addition to our content, to what we provide you.
Yeah, absolutely. And hopefully, even if it's short, hopefully you take away, these valuable and fun episodes. And yeah. So shall we start, Chang?
Yep. You want to kick off, Kevin?
Yeah, sure. So, one of the first thing I think as an international students we can do to save money is to buy grocery in bulk. So this would definitely help, especially if you live together with some housemates. So say 3 or 4 of you go to the supermarket together and buy I don't know, like a 10 kilo or 20 kilo bag of rice, or like 2 or 3 or 4 loaves of bread. My housemate before used to buy these things. I'm not sure if it's saving money, but like they buy a big box of Coca-Cola that have like 52 cans in it or something, and then split the cost. It end up to be even less than $1 per can. So yeah, that's probably my first tip. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Because when you go to especially fruit markets, kind of shops, they usually sell things in bulk as well, like meat in bulk as well. So you get a bigger pack of meat for a cheaper price per kilo. So definitely a good tip. So tip number 2 is to continue on from the grocery part, but also when you go to the supermarket, buy the home brand items. So when we say home brand, they're the brands of the supermarket. So here, the two big supermarkets are Coles and Woolworths, and they would they would buy their products from the manufacturer, but they will put their brand on it. So it will be like Coles brand soap and Woolworths branded milk. So that's usually cheaper than buying like the actual brand itself. And also on the labels in the supermarket here, they have the price per unit. So that's a really good and easy way to compare the price of things. So say like the milk is, I don't know, $2 per liter for one brand, and it could be $1.50 per liter for another brand. So you can easily compare to see what is cheaper. Also look out for specials, so anything that's marked down or have a discounted price, especially if it's near the expiry date. It's still good to use, but it's just near the expiry date, so they mark it down. And obviously buy food in season. Like if it's the season for cabbage, you buy
Yeah.
cabbage, you don't buy broccoli, which is three times more expensive.
Or cherry.
Yeah, cherries. Although cherries in season are not too expensive
Yeah, yeah,
and they're pretty light as well. So
yeah,
yeah, you can buy a bunch and
yeah, that's
hopefully it
right.
doesn't cost too much in season.
Yeah, sometimes I see in season like banana, for example, you can buy like 99 cent per kilos, and then sometimes off season it's come up to 350 per kilos. It's crazy, you know. So
Yeah.
be seasonal, you know.
Mm, mm.
Try out different fruits in different seasons.
Yeah. And don't go shopping hungry because you'll want to
Yeah.
buy more snacks than usual.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can attest to that. Yeah, I always used to go shopping hungry and buy all this junk food and, you know, smash them later and sit in the corner and cry because I feel ashamed. Anyway, so moving on from that, also along with the supermarket theme, I recommend another really good way is shopping using click and collect now, especially with, you know, the whole pandemic thing right now. So this, you know, will really help you choose the product you really want and not to be impulse buy. Because if you go to the supermarket, right, the supermarket is the aisles are designed in a way that capture your attention and make you want to buy this stuff that you didn't think that you would want before. So by doing click and collect, you just, you know, order online, go collect your things at the supermarket, and also you avoid you know, interactions with people, hence minimize the chance of you catching the virus.
Yeah, that's a good idea because I did hear about how they designed the aisles so that all the staple items are on the outer area and then everything is in between. So you would have to walk through everything in between before you go get your bread at the other end of the
Yes,
supermarket and pick
yes,
up all these bags of chips and snacks along the
that's
way,
right,
right?
that's right, it's a trap, that's right. Don't fall into it. Okay, so shall we move on to the next one tip?
Mm-hmm.
The next tip I have is to take advantage of the phone plans from the mobile provider, because nowadays they sell these pay in monthly installments, sometimes 24 months, sometimes 36 months. And with these phone plans, right? Say for phone, you still pay the same price for the phones at the end. It's just that you pay in, say, 36 months. So that kind of spread out the cost and save you from having to fork out like 1,000 or 2,000 even dollars at one go. But the catch is you have to stay with that network provider during the contract period. So it's worth, you know, shopping around a little bit and see whoever offer, say, the cheapest monthly network fee. And then because the phone price are pretty much the same in every providers, right? So just do a shop around.
Yeah, because the price includes the price of the phone divided by the number of months and the network fee that you mentioned. So that includes like the 4G and international calls if necessary and unlimited calls or text. So yeah, shop around because sometimes some plans I can see are pretty expensive per month, and that's just because it's with a more expensive network provider. So I think there's definitely cheaper network providers out there that students can have a look for. And also some providers do provide student discounts too. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, like I remember Optus or was that Vodafone used to offer, I think they still do offer like 10% if you're a student and you can show your student ID. So that's normally the average, about 10% off you can get for the plans if you're a student.
Yes, so my next tip is to shop for secondhand items. So whether that's on Facebook groups, student groups, or in person, like on markets. So usually around the local area or even on campus, there would be like weekly markets where people sell secondhand things such as clothes, homewares. So that's a really good way to like shop sustainably and also shop in a more cheaper manner. Like some of the items are still in very good condition, but it's secondhand, so there's a big discount on the items. And a major item that you should buy secondhand is textbooks, because textbook brand new is a very expensive commodity. So always buy
Yeah.
your textbooks secondhand. Sometimes like the publisher do publish textbooks every year. So every year there's a new edition of the textbook, but usually the changes are very, very small. So if you buy last year's textbook, that should still get you by through this session. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's right. And then also you can borrow from library as well. Like just
Mm,
I used to check in library a lot with all the textbooks required for the course. Bear in mind with the library ones, they normally have like 2 or 3 copies, and they ran out quick. People would
yeah.
grab them like before you even make it to the first lecture. So if you go down that route, you have to do your research and get in early, and then or you place like a hold, like a wedge, and then that's like a couple
Yep.
months away. Yeah, and by then you probably slip away and you already failed the subject. So
Yeah, I definitely have done that. As in put my name in the library waitlist to
yeah,
grab the textbooks.
yeah, it's like the Hunger Games for textbook.
Yeah.
Besides textbook, you can always buy other stuff like mobile phones, iPads, bicycles, a lot of these, home brand or even toaster, something like that. Yeah, I would say Australia has a really good second-hand market platforms like Gumtree.com.au or just Facebook Marketplace, like you said.
Mm,
A lot of this stuff are literally like near brand new and in perfect working conditions at a really good
mm.
price. So I think that helps us as students a lot.
Yeah, just be careful with online purchases like Facebook Marketplace that you obviously don't go into a stranger's house by yourself and all that. Just be careful.
Yeah, before I used to try to buy a phone of some guys on, it wasn't Facebook Marketplace during a time, there was Gumtree. I'm pretty sure that was a stolen phone because it's very dodgy house. I stopped at the door, I didn't go in, but I kind of just asked some simple questions about the phone, and he just grabbed the phone back, and he said like, like don't worry, and go buy other from other people and just disappear into the house. And it looks super
Wow.
dodgy, so I was
Yeah,
I was glad
definitely
I
be
didn't go in.
careful.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah. The next tip I have is similar to in the supermarket, but apply for everything else. Is try not to impulse buy. Impulse buy, as in you see something in straight away, you say, "Oh, I have to get it," and you go buy it. But then, like say 2 weeks down the track, you realize like, "Oh, I don't really want this thing that much," and oh, damn, I paid like $300 for this. No, like I'm gonna eat instant noodles for the rest of the month. So something like that. So my really good strategy I found to tackle this is if you really like something, say let's wait for 2 to 3 weeks or even 1 to 2 months to see if you still want it, and then after like couple months, if you still feel strongly that you want it, then maybe you really really want it, and good chance is that thing will bring you like happiness for a long time to come. So you can and go up by it. But if most of the case you will look back after a couple months and you'll be like, I don't really want it that much. So yeah, that's one way to tackle impulse buy. Have you
Good tip,
ever
Kevin.
experienced something like that, Chad?
Yes, but I have very high level of control when I go shopping. So, so yeah, the
See,
shops are designed so
yep,
that like
yep,
all the discounts, all the bright colors are there at the front,
yep.
trying to grab your attention and get you to buy that pair of shoes that you probably don't need. So yes.
Yeah, see, I tell you, is that's why we need the finance manager. It's very good self control. Whereas, I was a complete opposite. I was like engineering student, broke and young, but I just passed a shoe shop, for example. I was really into shoes during that time, like sports shoes, and I think I imposed by quite a few pairs. Yeah. So, but I try to make up for it now by just keeping those pairs and not buying new ones. What's the next one you have, John?
So the next one is to cook in bulk and always freeze some to have a meal ready. So as an international student, you're busy with work, you're busy with uni assignments, exams. It can be very tempting just to go to your local takeaway shop to buy food for dinner. But if, say, on the weekend, you cook a big batch of, I don't know, spaghetti or noodles or any stir fry, always freeze some and put it in the freezer. And then on those nights or those days when you're really tired and you would wish that you could just go and buy food. Well, there's some food in your freezer, so you just need to heat it up and there's a meal ready. So that's a good way to save money because it does add up every time you buy takeaway as a student.
Yeah, that's right. I completely agree. And by doing this, you also save time, as in the time to cook every day. And
Mm,
as I say, time is money. Also, in this, I just want to add, yeah, if you want to have a backup plan as well, you can buy, like freeze food in the markets, in the supermarkets. It's probably not the most healthy options, but say if you go out buy a meat pie, for example, beef pie, for example, is outside the shop could be like $5-6 each.
mm,
Whereas in Aldi or Woolworths, if you buy a pack of frozen meat pies, is probably $4 for four of them. If you don't have time to cook, and if you don't have any ready-made frozen meal by yourself, you can just reheat up the pie
mm.
and eat it. Maybe a lot of people would feel strongly against this advice because they don't feel it's the healthiest option. What you reckon, Cha?
I think it's good. It's fine because like when you freeze food, I think I'm not a health expert by any means, but I think it still keeps a nutritional value. And as long as you don't eat it like in 6 months, I think it should be fine. But if
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
it, say in a month,
yeah.
it should be fine. Okay, so what's your next tip?
Okay, so my next tip is, so if you have a bank account and you go out buy all this stuff, like say a coffee is like $3.49, for example, you can enable this function when your bank account or like an app can help you round up these figures, and they can put that into a separate saving account for you. So say 10 cent here, 20 cent there, they round it up to the nearest figure or to the one you choose, either to the whole dollars or just to the round up cent. So if you buy a coffee for 3.50, for example, they may round up to $4, and then they put $50 into a saving account of your choice.
50 cents.
Sorry, 50 cents. What did I say? $50. That'd be good. Repeat for unlimited money. No, so yeah. So yeah, sorry, that's $3.50 for coffee. They round it up to $4. They give you 50 cents of your own money going to your saving account, and then before you know it, by the end of the month, you might save $10-20.
Yeah, it's a good idea for those who sort of need that little motivation or little nudge to save instead of like motivating themselves to say, okay, I need to transfer $100 to my savings account every month. Well, doing that everyday roundup is an easier way of doing that, and oftentimes you wouldn't notice it, right? Because you just spend the money and then the roundup goes into your savings account.
Yeah, that's right. So it's a really good automated and quick way to save money.
Mm. Okay, so my next tip is to walk if possible instead of like taking paid transport like the bus. So this is obviously good for your health as well. So I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. So if you say walk to uni instead of getting the paid bus, I know in Wollongong the bus is free, but say if you live a little bit further out and you need to get the paid bus, then maybe you can do a big walk every day. And yeah, I think walking is a very as students we used to walk a lot, like walk to uni, walk in the campus, walk
Hmm.
home, and
Yes.
yeah, it doesn't yeah,
Hmm.
it's a good way to boost your mental health as well as
Yeah.
your physical well-being, and good for your pocket if you're having to take the paid bus every day.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Like also a good example is if someone live in a house which is like say 5 minutes away from a bus stop, but that bus stop is a paid bus stop that can take you
Mm,
to uni. But also like say 15 minutes away, there's a free bus stop in Wollongong, for example.
mm,
For a free bus stop that can
mm,
also take you to uni. So instead of taking
mm,
the paid bus stop, you can walk another 10 minutes and catch a free bus stop. Free
mm,
bus. Yeah, something
yeah.
like that. Or you just walk to uni. Yeah, and exercise.
Yeah, every little bit helps.
Yeah, yeah. Except if you walk for shopping, then it doesn't help your pocket.
No.
No, walk around
Unless
shop
it's window shopping.
unless it's window shopping, exactly. But then we got into the problem of impulse buy. There you are.
Yeah.
Yep. So have we go to the last tip already? Jeez, this is fast.
Second last tip. This is your last tip.
No, sorry, my last tip. Yeah, so my last tip I have, and this is like a more like a for fun tip, which is attend random event or workshop on campus for free food.
Free pizza.
I know. So this actually works. All right, let me try to explain in scientific terms. So you search for this random event or workshop on campus that you don't even know what they are or what they on about. But as long as they have pizza, free barbecue, you're happy to line up, and then you get the free food. You hang around for a little bit so you don't look too suspicious, and then people go and talk to you about this stuff. Like, for example, I was in a water treatment engineering, environmental engineering workshop in smart building in Wollongong campus for uni, and just get free pizza. Was just enjoying my free pizza, and some random academia came and just tell me about the topic and ask me, and I was like, that's interesting, tell me more about it. To be fair, I did learn quite a fair bit about water treatment that day, so it's quite fun. Plus free pizza, so happy days. But
Yeah. I have totally done this too, Kevin, so do not feel ashamed.
Shamelessly tag along to get free food.
Well, it's a free meal, and if you go say once a week, then that's one free meal a week, right? And yeah, it adds up for
Exactly.
us students.
And what it saves you 12, $15 or something. Exactly. And you get to social with people, So
It's a good networking
yeah.
opportunity to make new friends, meet new network,
Yeah, exactly.
have some free food.
Yeah, and you never know, from those network you may get an internship or whatever, Yeah, so what's your last tip, Chang?
So my last tip is to join discount sites that are out there for students. So for example, I think the big one is Unidays. I think you just sign up, prove that you're a student, and then you get like discount deals on product or brands. So I heard it's pretty good discounts. Although back in the day when we were uni students, I don't think I've used this because I don't think it was promoted that widely, but I think it's bigger now, right?
Yeah, I think when we were students, it was around, but yeah, like you said, it wasn't promoted very widely. So I didn't know about this one when I was a student too.
Yeah, I think there's like discounts on big brands. I'm not sure if you buy it on their website or you buy it on the actual brand website, but either way, you get these discounts. So why not?
Yeah, and they are pretty good discount as well. Nowadays they have like wider range of products and wider range of providers where you can choose your own preferred shops. So I'll say it's a great way, Unidays or a lot of these discount sites, that you can save some money.
Oh yeah, so or if you use those cashback
Yeah, just shop
software
back,
like Honey,
cashback. Yeah,
yeah,
I
and then
think Honey is the deal. They find the discount code for you automatically,
yeah,
but then
yeah,
cashback is like, if you shop through their link, they give you a percentage of the transaction back.
yeah, that's pretty good. You just need to do
Mm.
some research.
Yeah, like I always use like cashback. I'm guilty of using cashback excessively, even if it's Amazon, when I was buying some grocery or something, and then I get like 50 cent cashback back. I literally use that every time, and you'll be surprised because a few months later you look into I can withdraw $100 out of this cashback. Yeah, so that's free money. The suppliers will pay this cashback account for kind of marketing thing.
Interesting.
Geez, if we have known, all these tips when we were students, we probably be rich, be ultra rich.
Well, we did implement some of these tips, but some we didn't know till now. So yeah, we would have been richer as students.
That's right. So yeah, so that's all our tips. Let us know what you think, and if you have any interesting other tips that you can think about, leave us a comment or something on our Facebook or Instagram, and we can all talk about it.
Yeah, great. And if you haven't already liked or follow us on Instagram or Facebook, please do. So you can search for us, the Koala Club Podcast. And if you're listening to this through Spotify or Apple, please do leave us a review or a rating. We really appreciate it. Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks, Kevin.